Hello, amigos.
Ahoy!
There you go.
We're in Melbourne at the Gasometer in Collingwood. Very cool venue. Very happy to be here. We have been here once before, many years ago now, maybe 5 or 6 years, supporting Tijuana Cartel, and pretty stoked to come back and do a headline show. Good crowd turnout. It's all happening. I think we might be able to white face paint now. That sounds on brand. But everything's good. Everything's good.
It's good. It's fresh down here.
Tomi's got his 50 litres of water. Are you actually setting up the bloody water jar?
Gotta stay hydrated. Yeah, I'm just so thirsty. My lips are chapped real bad. This damn Melbourne harshness is chapping me up. I need to keep my fluids up.
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
Do you think this is a bad idea? To put
I
this?
don't think it's a great idea because it's all unplugged and everything.
I guess I'll just go chappy.
If you're gonna do anything, film it.
Just do it all for the gram.
About thirsty and that's the only source of water. Is that what you're saying?
I just need to hydrate my lips.
But do you want just a glass of
No,
water?
I just need to splash moisture on my lips. I'm like a snail that's been salted.
Green tea. I'm looking for some kind of moisture. That's a delicacy. It's
Fine.
sunscreen will do it.
Don't worry about me. I'm fine. This paint, as soon as the paint hits my. What are you putting on sunscreen for?
To moisturise my skin underneath the body.
Do you always do that?
Yeah. Pretty much every time.
I didn't know that. Give me a slice.
Yeah. It's just a bit of a layer underneath the paint as well. It's just something a bit fresher there.
Just so it's not paint on skin.
Yeah, it's just paint on just to get a bit of a layer going there.
Ooh, that feels good on my lips.
Yeah. There
On
you
my
go.
chapped, Melbourne abused lips.
Yeah.
Other than that, what a great time we're having.
Yeah, we are having a good time.
We had I had my first. What was it called?
Ramen.
Ramen.
First
Ramen.
ramen experience.
Tell you what, didn't care for it.
He wasn't that stoked.
Overly spiced.
It was a very spicy. Let's be honest, it was just stuff in water.
If I recall correctly, Tomi's exact words were, I hate the ocean, / is scared of the ocean, and the ramen basically contained bits of the ocean,
It was
including
just
seaweed.
Bits of seaweed and fish extract and miso, which is essentially a friend of the fish. It was just floating around in there. I was like, what are we doing?
So what would you rate it out of, say, 5 stars, this ramen?
That gets my lowest rating ever.
Oh
Is that
my
a 1
gosh.
star?
2.5
Kind of
stars.
offensive.
Still,
You're a fan. You're a. What did we say? You have a romance.
Yeah.
Jules is
I
a
consider
man of the
myself
bar.
a ramen-ser.
I think he's just a ramen.
You're a connoisseur of the bowl.
But Jules,
But there's only one couple of good ramen spots, and the rest are hit and miss, really. You just got to sniff them out.
I tell you what, this is not big enough for the all of us, is it?
this mirror, you mean, or what? Jump in, just squeeze in. I've got the back.
It's vertical, so we have to stand on top of
The
each other.
viewer will think
shoulders.
that they'll be like, what are you complaining about? But little do they know there's the thinnest mirror
The mirror's
right.
only about this thin.
If you use this, we'll be alright, but it's hard.
We saw Ned Kelly's armour today.
Yeah,
That was pretty
Ned
cool.
That was a bit trippy, wasn't it? Just hanging out in the Melbourne Library.
Yeah,
Zoo.
State Library of Victoria, I think it is. Yeah, I was there one time and just went for a book read, as you do when you're on tour.
Rock and roll!
There. I thought I'd go and check out some books because I do love a book. And wandering around the library, and they have Ned Kelly's original armour. And for those who aren't Australian and don't know Ned Kelly, I know every Australian knows who Ned Kelly is, but he's kind of like our Robin Hood or William Tell, I suppose, like our folk hero. But he's a real person as well.
Yeah.
And he was a bushranger,
Which is like,
Bushrangers are basically the original gangsters.
yeah, they're like our Australian versions of cowboys.
Yeah, they were
But
the ones
there's
that
no
were
cows involved.
Yeah,
They're just bush.
they were bush boys.
Well, they were just like the bush criminals robbing wagons and stuff like that. But
Bandits.
Bandits. He got in a
Bandits.
shootout with the cops, and he put on this famous metal armor, including this helmet. I guess we're gonna have to splice it in.
Splice it in.
And it's Australian folklore, but
Happy.
the armor's real. Yeah, it did happen, and the armor is here. We went and had a geese today, which was fun.
That's cool. Actually,
Oh no.
bit of
Low power mode.
That's right.
Ooh.
Low battery. Okay.
Didn't even. You're playing a fast and loose game there. You didn't even switch it to low power mode, Jace.
I never did.
Did
What
you
is
read
low
the
power
terms
mode?
and
I don't trust
conditions?
it.
I think you just milk it another minute and a half out of the runtime.
But what are you sacrificing?
Bit of brightness. bit of overall
It's
productivity.
not
Wi-Fi.
a price I'm willing to pay.
Yeah, fair enough.
I like my power mode how it is. I've got a charger here. I feel invincible.
That's fair enough.
I usually come to gigs without a charger.
Yeah, you're on the good charge.
Yeah, I feel no fear towards low power mode today. I can't believe we ran out of face paint again. We're running low.
It's alright.
And we went past
It's
the
dark.
costume. We actually walked past a costume shop.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
and
we'll
said
some
we
paint.
should get some.
I thought, oh, we'll get some paint. And then I was like, oh, we'll come back here on the way back. And then, of course, Jules' girlfriend, Tal, wanted to go to Chinatown. Which was great. We had a great
We
time.
went looking for dumplings. We didn't find any dumplings, unfortunately, for Tal.
No, she wanted,
Oh, pancakes.
she wanted Chinese pancakes.
That's
We walked
right.
past 50,000 restaurants. And she's like, no, the one I remember is not here.
None sold pancakes.
So it was great. Had a really good time. Not only did we didn't get any dessert, did we? No one got dessert.
No, my second stomach still remains empty.
Well, Melbourne's a good late night bloody dinner place. There might be a bit of a Melbourne sesh tonight.
It's very vibing. I miss this place. Have we spoken about the first time we were here?
No.
When we booked a room for 3.
Oh.
Turned out it was already booked, but that was part of the deal. And our bedroom was set up in the kitchen, and there were these 2 lovely English girls who had the bedroom. And we're both kind of like, what are you doing here? And they're like, what are you doing here? We booked this place. And, but you know, we've been mates ever since.
Yeah. Laura actually had a baby recently.
Yeah. I think you had a baby recently,
She
right?
did have a baby recently. A bear there. 3 days ago, actually.
So recently.
So recently. I really shouldn't be here, but my wife and her family said to come. So I did.
That's
They cancel.
Yeah,
That's
but
a
that's
good
cool.
woman.
Yes,
That's a
Murray.
good woman. Get
She's
back
tough-
on tour.
tough
She's
egg.
a good woman.
Get
Is
that
this tap not even work?
We
No,
love the
but
Murray.
there's a tap just in there.
We love the Murray. We
Yeah.
are missing Murray.
She's
We're
at
sending our
home.
love to Murray and the Babette cot.
Nursing a little potato person.
Yeah, the little frog monkey.
A little frog
Very,
monkey.
very
Yeah.
cutest frog monkey.
Yeah, the Babette cot. Yes, I had a baby 3 days ago, but my wife's family insisted I complete this tour for these 2 concerts for 2 days, and then I'll go home and stay home for a while. So I miss them, and I'm happy to be here, but I'll be back home as soon as I finish my commitments this weekend. And it's pretty cute. And the girl is called Lenka, and she's amazing.
Oh, baby.
And she's a Babetko. And she's my baby.
She already can sing. She already knows the alphabet. She's popped down to the shops today. She was teaching a bunch of low economic kids how to dance.
Mm-hmm.
She's a real winner.
Yeah. She vomited on herself.
Yeah.
She's so good. She's so cute. And, she's got a good heart already, you can tell.
She's already been to a couple of Kallidad gigs.
She's in the belly. In the belly, yeah, she's done some good. She's been everywhere in that belly. She had a good 9 months travelling, touring in Murray's belly.
Yeah.
But she's sweet. She's a good Babetko.
Now she's here. Hi guys.
Yeah, so that's obviously the big news, but life goes on. Nothing's really changed.
We
I'll keep doing this, and Murray will. I guess it'll change for her because instead of doing our merch, she'll stay home. But she started doing that a few months ago anyway.
but we're still going to Europe.
Yeah, the baby's going to Europe.
And
The baby has European grandparents, so it'll be with mum and grandparents while we tour. How's my wife?
the flame has been passed on, and her life goes on.
Yeah.
Music will be made, and we'll be doing more of what we love.
Just
With
with a frog monkey at home.
Yeah, with new people that we love.
The Babetko.
Yeah.
We're still waiting on Jason to have his. What did you refer to it as? Your Yeah, it had the word meltdown in it.
Did I? Did I say I was going to have a meltdown?
No, not a meltdown, but like a existential crisis. You're
No,
keeping it together very
I'm
well,
keeping it
considering.
No, I just said today, like when I got here, I was like, I'm here, and I'm here, and I'll be here. I'll be fully present for the gigs and the band commitments. And I can't guarantee I'll be at my best socially this weekend.
On the banter.
I just got so much to process.
Is that because you've had no time really
Well,
to like sit down and take it in?
yeah, I've just like from like sitting around home for a week, freaking out when's it going to happen. Not really freaking out, just like sitting around a week, it's like any moment's going to be go time.
Yeah.
Then go time comes, and then
Now it's showtime.
yeah. I mean, I won't go too much into the birthing process, but you have a pretty insane 24 hours there.
Well, you got to deal with that stalk who hangs out your window.
And then, you know, I haven't had much sleep, I haven't had much food for the last few days, and it's just been so intense and so great as well. But just transitioning from that, when I do know that my wife needs me, like she's got nurses and stuff helping, and friends and midwives. Like it's not like I dumped her on her own, but I do feel weird about it. But like she's the one that sent me off. I wanted to stay. You go from that to just Kallidad. And as I said, I can do Kallidad, but just in normal daily life. Forgive me if I'm a weirdo this weekend, because I'm just like...
But you've been far from it. It's been very exciting.
Yeah.
It's been very exciting. We've all been excited for it. And
I'm sure I'll go for a long walk today or tomorrow, like after the show or something, and just start processing everything. It's just been a bit intense, but in the best possible way. It's just... life's pretty cute. I believe Melbourne recently overtook Sydney as Australia's biggest population city, so that's exciting. It's definitely a town that we will prioritise in the next couple of years to really build up. So if you think it's got the most people in the country here, we should be doing... Sorry?
It's because everyone left Sydney.
Yeah, well that's probably true.
Excuse me, stale.
But I mean...
Sydney's locking it down.
That would make it reasonable to try and have our biggest audience here in Melbourne, which it's not. Our biggest audience is in other places.
Yeah.
And it's a good goal to aim for at least. Have our biggest Australian shows to be here, which means they've got to grow quite a lot, which is a really great challenge, I think, that I want to try and make happen. Because a lot of bands only play Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane. We kind of play everywhere, and in some of these small towns, we have bigger audiences than in some of the huge towns. So there's a lot of growth potential in the huge towns. Plus, of course, and it's been fun setting up our own shows in halls and stuff, but the big towns also have lots of venues to choose from that are set up for venues. Doesn't hurt.
This is true.
It's nice. So yeah, Melbourne, I definitely will not leave it so long between visits.
I won.
Speaking of Melbourne and its environments, how are the strings going? Heard you right.
The strings are being temperamental in this Melbourne chill, much like my chapped lips. They are being temperamental. They're not playing the game that I want them to play.
Guitar strings hate changes in humidity and heat, and it's been a lot of that going from Gold Coast to Melbourne today.
Oh, so it's actually the actual change.
Yeah, it's the change. It's not that they don't like being cold or don't like being hot, it's the change.
You know how like metal or like a lot of substances and materials change shape in...
They expand and contract.
Yeah. That's pretty much what's going
Yeah,
on.
guitars and guitar strings do the
They
same.
shouldn't fear the change.
Yeah, so it's the change in humidity mainly that does it. But yeah, my guitar was detuned almost a full step when I took it out of the case today.
I guess going on the plane and stuff as well has something to do with
I
it.
have a theory that the baggage handlers get in to the, like they open up any guitar cases and they just tune it down just a little bit.
Yeah. Or just have a strum.
Yeah, just have play some bloody knocking on heaven's door in the cockpit, knocking on the captain's door, and then they send them back on that little trolley thing, and you have to just like cop it.
If they like it, then they go, oh yeah, he's gone missing.
Yeah.
That's why the guitars always come out last as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll have a crack at it. The drums, no one really cares for the drums that much.
Nah, they'd get caught.
First one out. Yeah, it's too loud.
Get caught smashing away on those in the underneath.
Yeah. No, but we had a nice flight. Thanks to the Virgin.
Good on you, Richard.
Captain Richard.
Mr. Branson and friends. Branson and the gang.
Oh.
So he's a billionaire you don't hear too much about anymore. It's all Bill Gates and Elon Musk and bloody what's his name, the one that looks like the bad guy in Spider-Man.
Jeff Gollum Bezos.
Yeah.
Jeff Golden Bezos.
Richard Branson keeps his mouth shut.
Richard Branson's just off there just rocking out, allegedly. Maybe he's doing the most nefarious stuff.
Yeah. Keeping low profile.
Yeah. Not gonna buy any Twitter or anything like that just in case people catch wind of his nefarious business.
Oops, someone's coming up the stairs.
Someone's coming up the stairs.
There's a lot of music happening. There's a band playing next door. We've got the Spaghetti Western soundtrack playing downstairs. Kallidad will be on soon. Someone taught me a new trick. If I want to draw a mouth and follow the jawline, you just do this. And try to
Have you been watching
follow the...
RuPaul's Drag Race again?
That's how they do it.
That's how they do it.
Didn't
I
work.
used to-
I don't think that worked.
when I worked at Dracula's, you used to go like this, but to the cheekbones, you'd go, I pop out, you see I didn't do a very good job of it. Mine are,
Yeah, but then what?
except, then you go, my cheekbone, and you go, and you dust it down.
There?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's way too high.
Yeah, but that's the cheekbone dust. See, with the black, and you fade it down, so you look like you get that.
You know what? Maybe I don't want the cheekbone. I think I'm just trying to do the smiley
I think
face.
you're just trying to do the lip ratio.
Yeah, I'm just trying to extend the mouth, but I think
This was a bit
Rigged
of
it
a
up.
rush job tonight anyway, so I think we're kind of... We'll get what we're given.
I think that's goable for my face.
Yeah.
Leave the paints out, I'll touch up in the second set. That's my new thing. Like if we have a break, come up and just fix it up a bit in the white and stuff.
Well, I reckon we're just about...
Yeah, we'll wrap it when you get back, Tomi, because we did start a bit late today, so I think we're a bit...
We'll do what's right.
We'll wrap up this podcasting, I think, because
We could try a new thing where we could add a little bit more. We could cut it now and we could add a little bit more mid-set, like
Alright,
in between the
interesting.
second set. Do you want to? Dare we?
I'll be impressed if we can herd the three cats, even though they're ourselves.
Let's
We
do
can try.
Let's do a deep and respectful bow now, just in case we don't
Yeah.
come back.
We can aim to come back. I like that.
I like it because then it's like, ooh, here's a bit of,
Relying on me to
He's-
charge my phone as well, highly debatable, but I'm going to do it today, to be honest.
we'll do the deep and respectful.
Yeah,
bow.
let Jules finish up, but
Let me know when I'm needed for a bow.
don't go far. Yeah, I always say, like, 'cause sometimes people turn up late, that I don't think it's fair to leave the people that came at the right time waiting
Sure.
for the late people. Maybe 5-10 minutes, 15 even is not uncommon, but any more than that I think is inappropriate. A lot of venues do it as a matter of course, but I know if I'm going to see something, I turn up when they say to turn up, because I want to see it. So
Yeah. No, that's
we,
good.
we won't take the piss. We'll be about 15 minutes late on stage tonight, but I'll be alright.
You can play the baby card.
Yeah.
You can be like, listen everyone. I'm sorry.
Sometimes people that do that, they're like, I don't know, due to circumstances based on COVID-19, like, and they just make up something completely ridiculous. Like, we didn't replace, we didn't replace the microwave last week. It's like, that's got nothing to do with COVID. You just didn't replace the microwave.
You don't feel like
There's been a bit of that going on. Like, it's just the worst excuse. Like, due to COVID-related issues, I didn't do my job this week.
I guess yeah.
But we're not going to pull that shit. That'll be right.
I mean, bravo to you for being even here.
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
days after the.
No, it's
baby.
bravo to Mariana, my wife, for sending me her hardcore Slovakian family.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean miss work? Like,
Get out there,
what
make
do you mean
the
a day
money.
off?
And where will the baby get the money for the formulas? I don't do a very good Slovakian accent.
There's no amount of money that would make me like leave the baby, but she said she was healthy and like Murray was feeling good. And the things we're playing at a wedding tomorrow, and a lot of the wedding is built around Kallidad. Like they've got pictures
They
of us
would
on
be
the
so
stage.
gutted.
They would be so gutted. If it was 2 normal concerts, the other thing is 2 normal concerts could easily be postponed.
Yeah.
So you don't cancel it, you go, give us a month. Because it's their big day, and their big day is heavily reliant on us, our music, and everything about us. When my in-laws found out, they're like, no, you're going on that trip. So we're here, we're going to pump it tonight.
Let's do it. Deep respectful. Arigato.
We might see you.
I reckon we will. I'm keen if you're keen.
Okay.
Great. See you soon. We said we'd come back. We're back.
We're back.
Half-time break. It's
So
gone
far,
really
so
well.
good.
Gone really well.
Alright.
They really made us work for it though. They really like sat and listened for the first few songs. I'm like, you better play good and then we'll dance.
It was odd. It was like there was like a circle of prove it to me.
Yep.
Just the big gaping
Yeah.
dent, but the room's packed. But they're all making a big
Yeah.
effort to stay around the vicinity. But then all it takes, by the end, someone's like, how about that guy that did the backflip?
Yep, some guy just did a backflip. That
Just
was pretty gross.
walked into the bloody middle of the room and did a backflip.
Yeah. Very smooth.
That was pretty cool.
Pure class. So yeah, it's going really well.
Yeah, we've got them now.
Yeah,
now
we've
they're
got 'em now.
participating. The only thing is now we might have to get them again for,
No,
for
they're
Act
right.
2.
Melbourne, they're so in tune with everything that they've seen it all.
Mm.
But no, it's really good shit. It's really going well. Are you fixing your face? Or are you just here for the yarn?
I'm just here for the yarn. I don't think I'll bother fixing
Think
it.
on.
It's so chilly here that it's like I'm not even sweating.
Not melting, yeah.
Yeah.
I just do a touch up on the white just at half time there.
Yeah.
I take great pride in a nice thick white.
Just taps leaking.
The tap that I couldn't get to turn on before to get a glass of water is now leaking right next to me, but that's all good. No, it's going really well.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Jules, the sound guy, is
Yeah.
really good. He's killing it.
Yeah.
He's working lights with one hand. We got
Yeah.
strobe lights and
Yeah.
smoke and all kinds of cool stuff going on, and he's pulling the puppet strings of the sound desk with the other.
Yeah. I mean, our sound, when it's set, shouldn't usually ever need much. The
Yeah.
songs are written so that the changes are in the playing, whether it's a distortion pedal, a volume switch, a chord change, like.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's
a
pretty-
good
it should be.
soundy will still mix as well.
Yeah.
And I kind of mix myself half the time with my volume anyway, so
He's not taking too many liberties of like.
just bring reverb on everything.
Yeah. A bit of spring reverb.
Like sometimes during the Western, like I'd be playing and I might just be going da 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 da, and so they put the reverb da 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 da, and it's like, okay, that's fine now, but in 5 seconds I'm about to play my absolute fastest, and this delay is going to be an absolute fucking mess. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so sometimes people that's a liberty. That's taking a liberty with someone's sound.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think a good audio engineer is like a good referee in a football game. You don't notice them. When they do their job brilliantly,
Yeah. They're just out of shot.
you just don't notice them because everything just works. And you notice the performers, the crowd, the music. Just like a good football referee, you just notice the game and the players.
Yeah.
That's why we always respect the soundies. When it's so easy to forget them. And the ones who do a job seemingly forgettable, they're the good ones, because the ones you never forget are the ones that screw up. Do you know what I mean? Like if something goes really wrong.
I was also just thinking how it is strange how, or at least all the capital cities, major cities in Australia, the crowds are so very different.
Yeah.
Like, and we're all in the, it's not like they're completely different nationalities of people with totally different upbringings. It's just like, you're from Melbourne, you're from Sydney, you're from Brisbane, you're from Perth, and they're so different everywhere you go.
Yeah.
But like almost uniform, it'll be like, that's the Melbourne crowd.
Yeah.
That's the Sydney crowd. Like, what is that?
I guess it's culture. I guess it's the culture of the
Is
players.
it? Do you think it's like got to do with the fact that there's such a vibrant music scene? There's so much live music venues and stuff in Melbourne that they're probably, because we were saying it took us a while to get them tonight, but we got them towards the end of the first set. Is that because they are so used to seeing like so many cool bands that it's the benchmark for them is a little like hire.
I think they've seen so many cool bands that they actually come to actually hear the music, whereas some people definitely come just to get wasted or just to dance. Like some people are like, I'm going to dance no matter what. I'm going to get wasted and make noise no matter what.
Yeah.
In towns that are a bit more starved for music. Whereas in Melbourne, you can easily see a good band for free every night if you wanted to.
True.
So I think they're just a bit like, more like, I don't know if cage is the word, or they listen really closely.
Yeah.
They take it seriously and they respect you. And then if they like it, they'll dance, but they take it super seriously. They also don't come to get wasted, they come to hear music.
Yeah.
And if they have a drink, they have a drink. If they have a meal, they have a meal. Some people go out to get wasted.
Yeah.
And some gigs we play, everyone's wasted. I think
Those
Melbourne's just a
have their
really good
merits
crowd.
too.
And yeah, absolutely. And they buy merch, like they're really just like a really educated audience. They know what
Yeah.
being in half of them are probably in there. It's Melbourne.
Yeah, sure.
You know? I love it. We might wrap this as just a quick touch up. I just wanted to touch my face.
It's like the difference between a Tool fan and a Skeggs fan. Or
yeah.
a Chats fan.
Yeah. And bands create their own vibe, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely want Kallidad's vibe to be like a bit more legit, a bit more educated, a bit less bogan, just a bit of a classier audience. You lose out on those like super loose ones, but I think we have a really good bunch of
I'm
people.
pro the bogan. There's a good room
Yeah.
for bogan
Oh,
and
no,
everything.
there's
Just a
plenty of-
sprinkling of bogan, you
I
know,
mean-
like a light seasoning of bog.
We won't run out of bogans in
Thank
the
you.
store.
Lads.
Well, here he
Okay.
is, right in time for our second bow of the night.
Ah.
Let's do a bow because I
I'm
want
feeling
to
a
chill
bead
for a
of
bit.
sweat.
Are you? Well, if you need to fix your face, you can bloody talk to the body.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I would love to chat though. Let's bow for now.
A bow round two.
Great. Well, we made it back.